payload, bring it back down with that test payload, land it, get it right back over to the pad, put it back on the pad, and then send it again. Only send it to the station for the second time. I'm gonna try to see the SSTO up at the station. That's what we're gonna work on. So let's get to it. This is mission mode part 174. All right. Try this game, I bet you won't win. I don't care. What is it? How fast can you spend billions of dollars? What is this? King, I'm just gonna play KSP, man. For the love of God. Oh my goodness. Okay, you want to figure out a way to spend billions real fast? Start a car company, start a rocket company, start an airline company. Boom. I have no money left. There you go. Did it in 5 seconds. Phineas, thanks, man. Hey, Max, what's going on? Yeah, buy a boat. Did you finish the gantry crane? Yeah, I finished it. It works, Hired, but it popped. Yeah. But that wasn't through any fault of its own. The pad actually Kraken struck the crane and blew it up, if that makes any sense. I can do it in 1 second. You can do it in 1 second? Tendies. How about Dogecoin? When did that happen? I played Kerbal for early hours, Demos. So, about 3 hours ago. 4 hours ago. Alright, so the crane exploded, but the SSDO is pretty much ready to go. We just got to fuel it and then give her a launch. So what I'm going to do here, I already did my time warps for the day. So what we will do is basically get that done, but I'm just going to use the restroom here real quick. I got to take a pee-pee. Quit tailing me, you pasty tea bag. Can I make a pee-pee? Man, I don't drop character till I do the DVD commentary. Ad break? Oh. Yeah. Monetize the P. Okay. Here you go. Be right back. All right. Hey, Emerald with the raid there. Thank you. What was the ad? Anything good? Something about Toyotas? It was Toyota again? Okay. Just realized we have the same chair. It's a nice chair. No ad for you. Funky, you're a sub. Alright, well, the crane already exploded. Let's see if the pad explodes. Terran reality. Hey, do people still gift subs? Every day, Staff Sergeant. So I left the SSDO vertical with no fuel in it on the pad. Let's see how it fares with this. Seems okay to me.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
It's a Razor Black Shark V2 XL. Yeah, I did it. I got it a long time. Well, not a long time ago. I actually did buy it a long time ago, but yeah. I watched. That would be very cool. Hired, gifted a sub to S-Master. There you go. I just noticed the new headphones. My life is a lie. I announced it when I got them, dudes. So 89.7. Okay. Well, I wasn't there. I mean, if you were and you were still asking questions about it, Sirius, I'd be a little concerned. You all right, mate? All right. Is this a vertical takeoff, horizontal landing SSTO? That's right, paramedic. Yeah, I have a new rule set for this version of mission mode. Very creatively titled Mission Mode 2. If you want to type !M rules in chat, somebody's probably doing it already. Yeah, I have the rule set right there. Yeah, it's a hybrid career save. Chat can fund missions and fund programs. Yeah. Chat is basically my board of directors, and I'm the chief designer. Yeah. They set deadlines, they set funding, they set direction of the program within a certain criteria of things. Like, I had conventional rockets up until about a month and a half ago. We had just regular expendable rockets, right? And, yeah, one of those rockets, and I had a little mini shuttle like Dream Chaser. It malfunctioned and it killed Jeb. Yeah, I know, great. And chat promptly canceled the entire program and told me to start over with SSTOs. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. Looks like a shortfall of Gravitas is headed to the Cape. Cool. So, yeah, this is the K-33 is what this is. It is a single stage to orbit launch vehicle based off of the X-33, Lockheed X-33, and we're going to build a bigger version of this because this is just a small sat launcher. We're going to build a bigger version of this called Jebstar. Did you do launch test 1? No, we're getting into launch test 1 right now. So, what do I have on board? Right now, we have on board, I loaded up the crew tank right here. That is missing a docking port. Oh, looks like docking port blew up in the pad explosions. And my solar panel. Oh, that's good. No, we'll still fly it. They're not pertinent to the mission. I'll take this off and we'll, after the next mission, we'll take it out and we'll put a new one in there. It has a configurable payload bay. I installed this piece, the crew tank. This is the same one, this is the same craft file, guys, that delivered the satellite the other day. It's the same vehicle, serial number 9. So this is SN9 for us, not like SpaceX's. This is Jebstar 9, right? It's the same one. I never hit the recovery button. It's the same vehicle that's already been into space. The one that did tumbles over KSC when we came out of Transonic 2 days ago. Yeah, that's the same thing. I never recovered it. So I took the old payload dispenser out with the crane and we put a new one in, but then I had a little bit of a problem when we went to dock here. And that problem caused the gantry crane to crack and strike. It's a problem that's easily fixable. And you know, we could put the crane back out when this mission is done. Yeah, Swishio. Have you ever considered to have to do regular missions to make money, and chat decides what to do with the profits? No, not really. Yes, that's too complicated of a rule for what I want with mission mode. Too complicated of a rule. I don't want to do stuff like that. Lock those out. Yeah, the profit margins are not very high with this. Chat funding for programs is way higher. But yeah, I don't want to play the game like that. The solar panel seems important, IMO. What do you want to do then? As long as we're only up there for a small amount of time, I don't see the issue. Let's see. We might do we have any in here? Have any solar panels? This has a payload dispenser in it. Nope. Does the jet truck have a solar panel? It has struts. But it has a docking port. What about this? That has a docking port. You can vote on it smoked when the missions come around. It's part of the mission mode rules. Chat votes on the overall direction of the space program, what I should be focusing on, and kind of how I should be going about doing it. Everything else is up to me. I keep the rules loose on purpose just because these mission mode rules are meant to be hard, but they're not meant to be complicated. I don't want to overcomplicate things. Night, drummer. Could rip off the truck's fuel cell. Considering this is a up and down mission real fast, I think we're okay. This is going up and coming right back down. I will accept the risk. Yeah, we're only going to go up with this mission. I'm basically, well, what this mission is supposed to do is test the, what this mission is supposed to do is test this. Yeah, Apollo, no problem. It's supposed to be a test of this thing, and without the docking port, how much of a test is it? But then again, we need to do the 2 flights tonight, so I'll get the second one in there with the docking port, or we'll just install it when we get back. I also got to check something. Oh, crap. Yeah, hopefully we get this thing right back down, Wii Sports. I'll pull the junk payload adapter out, and then depending on how this flight goes, we'll send the next one to the station. It's not strutting the vehicle because the robotic isn't locked. Hard to see for sure. Alright, well, let's put it this way, Loopy. Let's visualize those auto struts again. What is it setting root part as? Oh, the capsule is now root part. That's strange. Okay. Well, hey, that's what we want. It should hold. All right. Let's get the log up.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
So this is Rapid 1. We're launching on LV5. We're using... Okay, we gotta get that figured out. We gotta get that figured out. Payload is the crew... Proto... Hey, all systems, 45-month resub. Thanks, man. Prototype crew... Prototype K33 crew tank module. 100 by 100 at 0. Payload mass is 1.93 tons. It's launching from Complex 1A. This will be the second one. Or no, this is the first because I redid the pad. And then the 102nd flight total. Vehicle, we're still using number 9. This is its second flight. This would be the third flight total, I think, for number 9. So, number 9 flew SteadSat. Oh, it flew SteadSat 5 and 5A. Yep, this is its third flight. Second flight, no recovery. Third flight total. Second flight, third flight total is fine. Mission description. Dual mission to test rapid reuse of the K-33 and crew tank payload test flight. I hit Control-C by accident. Rapid reuse test flight 1 of 2, crew tank payload prototype test. Hodl onto your butts again. All right. It's a 10-minute fueling cycle. So it's year 4 at 138. 5:28 will be our launch time here. Y4, day 138. 05. Colon 28. Colon 00. It's only supposed to be up there for a couple hours. It'll come back pretty much on year 4, day 139, like at 1 or something. Okay. Okay, pause the music there. That's right. That's right, Kim. Yeah, if I can get it back, that's what Rapid 1. This is the Rapid 1 test flight. I'm simultaneously testing to see how quickly I can get this thing back on the pad and fly it. That's why I wanted to do 2 flights tonight. That's why I want to send it, even though we're missing some pieces. But that's fine. It shouldn't be an issue if I can get this thing right back down to the runway and then tow it back over here, over to the pad, and fly it again. Smoked it. I'm not the best at coding. That's just a notepad file. Hey, it's Mick. Came at the perfect time. Okay. I don't care, Beryl. It's just, I don't pay it any mind, dude. Okay, let's do this. So we have to get all the tanks here. The A51 adapter, the other A51 adapter. Those are the Kerbodyne tanks. The 215 adapter, the other 215 adapter right there. And then we have the forward X200 fuel tanks, 1 and 2. And then we have the Mark II. I'm just going to put these ones behind me for a moment. And then there's the other Mark II right there. Bingo. Okay. This is the second flight that we're going to do without recovering this thing. All right. Now, with our launch pegs here, we should be okay to time warp through fueling. This SSTO I have not recovered, Loopy. Not from the SteadSat flight the SteadSat 5A mission? No. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I mean, if it's gonna be that big of a deal, we'll just go first flight. It doesn't really matter. This thing's gonna see a lot of action. First flight, third flight total. I honestly forget if I recovered it or not, but let's do this. Starting the fueling procedure now. Yeah, broke. It damaged some parts, but we're okay. So, because we're on the launch pegs here, we can time warp during the fueling, and it doesn't really make that big of a difference. Pad doesn't shake around as much. Try to get all this fuel into one tank. I hope not. I hope not. I hope it doesn't explode. That would really suck. Probably be kind of funny for you guys, but yeah, I really don't want that to happen. That's correct, Swishya. Okay, we're cleared for launch. I am going to, it looks like the time warp got us too close. I set it for 528. We'll release the hold and we'll go for 529. It'll just help me with the flight procedures a little bit better. Okay, so liftoff is scheduled for 1 minute and 20 seconds from now. All the fuel on board. Here, hold on. Let me just spread the fuel left to right. The pad likes it if you have even amounts of fuel on either side. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, we're at T-minus 1 minute and counting. Okay, we're at 89.5, but it should be okay. I'm still worried that this thing is going to move around a little bit because I don't think we're docked down the bottom, so we just got to be pretty careful. Also, I just have to be careful that we default control to the right vehicle. The hierarchy is reading root part up here, so we should default to the SSTO. I got to make sure that when I separate this thing, because it's on a docking port, that I control the SSTO at liftoff and not the pad. But okay, hang on. Okay, we have thermal conditioning. TVC checkout is nominal. Okay, all tanks are reading at flight pressure. Rock, report range status. Status check. Go K-33. Go Rapid 1. Go crew tank flight test. T-minus 15 seconds and counting. Guidance is internal. T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a good liftoff. Liftoff, Rapid 1. Carrying the experimental crew tank prototype and also demonstrating rapid reuse for the K-33 program. Okay, we got a liftoff. We're showing a good roll program here. Roll program is complete. Vehicles pitched downrange. Everything's looking good. Dynamic pressure is at 5,200 pascals. All systems are looking good here. 5 kilometers in altitude, 10.5 kilopascals dynamic pressure. Vehicle is entering the transonic regime. Secondary pitch over at 8,000. Aiming for 45, degree angle of attack by 12 kilometers altitude. Okay, we have max Q. Vehicle's now transonic. Everything's looking good. Everything looks real good here. Throttling down. Okay, vehicle's now 40 kilometers in altitude, traveling at 1.5 meters a second. Entering deep throttle mode on the KS25s. Okay, we have main engine cutoff. MECO 1. Insertion altitude is nominal. I pushed it up to 100 this time. Okay. Good. I think this would give you the time to do an ohms insertion. We could try loop. If I set this thing to here and we tried for it, let's do it. See where it gets us. Probably not enough time, dude. It's eating at it fairly well, Loopy. We can optimize that over time. I'm going to do this with the main engines, though. We'll initiate relight here on the engines momentarily. They're spark engines, Broke Oiler. Stand by for main engine relight. Wait for it. Wait. Wait. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We have a good relight on the engines. Stand by for MECO 2. Okay, we have main engine cutoff 2 confirmed. Okay. Stand by for ohms. The second ohms burn planned for the mission. The first one was unplanned. Relighting the orbiter maneuvering thrusters here. It's just one of the body flap hinges, which I wouldn't worry too much about it. We have ohms 1. Okay, we got a good circularization there. 200 meters a second delta V left over. 101 by 101. Not bad. Not bad. Very good. We have a nominal orbital insertion. Good. OMS is Orbiter Maneuvering System. Can open up the payload bay doors. Now, we can't really stay up here for very long, but the crew tank works just fine. Are you going to go to the station? No, this one was just a test flight to go up and come back down, Dylan, with the crew tank inside. And that showed that this thing can basically get us up there, no problem. We got plenty of Delta V left over. And I can optimize the ascent profile. Yeah, I can optimize the ascent profile a lot more. We could really get this thing better. But we're at 100 by 100 with 200 meters a second Delta V left. That's really good. 60 of that will be the deorbit burn. And yeah, and then it's just basically ours for the taking after that. Whatever fuel we have left over. Now, what I'm interested to see here is if I did set the station as a target, we're 0.7 off. What would we need to get to there? About 30 meters a second. We could still do it. It would suck. I mean, our margins are a little thin, but we can still do it. Cool. The next flight, I'm going to have to match that station's orbit. What's our inclination? We're 0.4, which means the station is at 7, so that means that thing is -3 or 0.4 inclined. I know, Just Space. It's pretty awesome, isn't it? I think we should be, if this mission works just fine, Sawyer, yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't be go for a station flight. I got to mess with the pad a little bit to put the gantry crane back out there, but yeah. Not on this flight, Loopy. That was the next one. That's Rapid 2, which is the second mission. We'll do 1 orbit. There we go. Okay, shut those lights. Close the payload bay. Unset that as target. And we're coming back down. Should be about 63 meters a second on this burn. Oh no, 64. 6-4. Rolling in my 6-4. Would it be more efficient to get into a 70 by 70 orbit than then use the ohms to get to 100 by 100? Dylan, probably, yeah. Well, I like maybe, but I like going into a shallower orbit than the station initially. Like, I like my initial insertion for a spacecraft, especially one that's going to a space station, to be lower, because that makes it so you can catch up to the station easier. That's just how I like doing things. I don't think there's much of a difference with Delta V there. The difference between that is so little that I'm not sure which one is better. But even if one is better than the other, I'm pretty sure it's maybe saving us at best like 5 or 6 meters a second Delta V. It's pretty straightforward and it's pretty linear in that regard. I would say probably shooting it higher would be better, but yeah. But even then, it's not better by much. You know what I mean? All right. Check that 3 is in the nominal position. Okay, we're looking good. Priming the maneuvering engines here for a deorbit burn. Would it be worth it weight-wise to double up the ohms to give it some more TWR? No? Not really. I mean, it's incremental, dude. Like, yeah, I guess, but why do I need that? I'd rather, you know, have the ohm thrusters that are a little bit harder to use and have more payload capacity. Those things weigh 300 kilograms. That's 300 kilograms of payload that I could be taking into space. That, and I like those positioned there. There's really not a good spot for another one. All right, here we go. Stand by for the deorbit burn. Okay, 33, you're a go for deorbit. Took a little bit more than what I wanted there, but it's okay. Well, I should be getting the first one here soon, Levi. Shut those engines down. We have 130 meters a second left over. And 176 oxidizers should be good. All right, let's bring her down. First one, Mercs.
Go and throttle up.
Stand by. Next step in the flight here is entry interface. Okay, we're gonna get the control surface. Control surface is up. Speed brake control, up. And then our body flap actuators are up. Hey Schmoog, 76-month resub. Thanks, man. How are you? Alright, need to start up here. We have EI. Okay, there's EI. We're currently doing a good bit of braking up here to get our trajectory set for KSC. We're currently on an overshoot trajectory. What would the second launch be? Literally the same thing, Smoked. The whole point of this, dude, is to test whether I can reuse this thing quickly. The SSTO can't launch into space, but it can launch again really quickly, right? So the idea is to basically just take this. I need to swap the payload out because one of them got damaged when the crane exploded. The payload got damaged a little bit. I gotta swap it out, and then I need to and then we're basically gonna put this back on the pad and launch it again. Tiles are starting to get warm. The next mission, I would like to go to the station, yes. Actually, I gotta write that in the log. Really? I gotta get the trajectory to end right around here. Right in the middle of this ocean is where we need to start our pitch down. Okay, pitch it down, and we should be getting right into the fiery stuff right when we do. Okay. Body and roll rates look good. All right, fly, baby, fly. Hold on to your butts. Keep an eye on that signal up there, chat. Connection still holding. How's the TPS doing? Good. It's dispersing heat. How? Well, yeah, it's dispersing heat how it should. Through the tiles. That's exactly what it should be doing. Wings are getting a little hot. You gotta be careful there. They are cooling off, though. The gauges went down. Trajectory's still looking good. Still got a good connection. Starting to get back into the atmosphere. Heating. Yep. See? Dispersing the heat correctly. The tiles on the top are cooler than the tiles on the bottom. It's moving the heat out and away. That's what we want. $1,900 crossing the coast. Perfect. Keep an eye on their side slip. Come on, baby. Stay with me. Starting to turn on the control surfaces at 30. Removing the shim on the body flap. We're slow. We're going a little slow. That's okay. Nice and stable. Just keep it flying. She's starting to side slip. Deploy the speed brakes. Full deploy on the speed brakes. Oh, man. Damn it. I didn't deploy the speed brakes. I clicked the wrong button. It's alright, we're over KSC again, it's no problem. Not ideal, this is not what I want. But I'll get it back. I'm not worried. Come on. I really can't have you do this right now. We're gonna be too short. Come on. Flat spin. It's really kind of imperative that this thing starts flying correctly. Really. Okay. Okay, I can get her home. Bring that up. Alright. Okay. Undeploy the speed brakes. That was close. It really doesn't like transonic or supersonic. It's really having some problems. I mean, I'll get it, but oh man. Alright, we'll make it back to the runway. I really can't have it do that, guys. That's really not what I want. But the only way I'm really going to figure that out is to just launch it again. It's from the pad, Steven. Docking it should snap them back into position. Fortunately, because it's a wide lifting body, we have a lot of cross range. We're very light for the surface area in KSP, so we should be able to glide just fine. Once again, not really what I want. No. Cycling the brakes. Flap control is online. In this save, I only built one. Okay, coming in for a landing here. Gear coming. Gears down. Ground altimeter is on. Come on, I need that. There we go. I flared a little too early. Don't stall. She's down. Brakes. This thing is... Oh, we were that close to getting it right. A little bit of a rough landing, yeah. Well, doesn't help when I bleed off my speed over the mountains like I did from it, i.e. the thing flipping over. Okay. Closing out. Air control surfaces. Resetting that. Body flap is reset to build angle. Stand by for wheel stop. We have wheel stop. Wheel stop on Rapid 1. So, year 4, day 139. 00:48:27. I'm gonna leave a note to myself here. Still we're still getting aero instability. You reckon just deploying air brakes would have saved you from the spin? Guys, I need to see... Sorry, I gotta move the music up. I need to see what was going on. Does anybody have a clip of where we lost it? Drogue? Doom, I actually have the brakes on this thing dialed in. I kind of just like how it rolls out on the runway and doesn't just stop immediately. I say adding a front flap would help with the flipping. A front flap. Yeah, no. The whole point is to get this to fly like Venture Star and the X-33. It does not have a front flap on the real one, so we won't either. Booster 3 schedule per Mike Baylor, cryo followed by static fire. Cool. I mean for the supersonic transition. Oh, no. Do we have a clip? Yeah, demo. Okay, demo. I saw what you said. You lost it when it started to side slip. The effort to pull it back into line induced the roll. We could split the aero surfaces out here, yeah. Well, she's down. Not at that altitude, Cough. Nah, no, not at that altitude, dude. The shuttle doesn't do that. The shuttle really goes negative AOA, only subsonic. Don't go negative AOA with a lifting body. That would, from what I've been reading, yeah, bad idea. So Cough, the shuttle from like Mach 25, or yeah, Mach 25 down to 10 stayed at about 40 degrees angle of attack. Then from 10 to 5, it moved it down to about 10 degrees angle of attack. And then from 5 to 1, it stayed at 0 to 5 degrees. And then once it went transonic, that's when it started doing the whole brick thing. And I was looking at NASA's, that's right off of NTRS, Technical Resources and Aerodynamic Uncertainties, relating to the X-33 program, where they showed what the shuttle did. All right, here, let me take a look. We're gonna go with the double box DJ here. All right. Let me just watch it. See what it does. Okay, that all looks good. Huh. Yeah, Raph, I was thinking about doing that, believe it or not. Let me watch this in slow-mo. Side slip is 4 degrees. Wow. So see, I clicked the deploy on it, which undeployed it, and then set the deploy angle because I was going to pull the speed brake, which should have dampened that out. It's not a stall. We're not stalled. We're going a kilometer a second, man. It's side slip. The thing is very susceptible to side slip because it's freaking literally a flying pie slice. Yeah, blue flare. I don't know if keeping that speed brake deployed would have fixed it. Maybe. And some people, I saw some folks saying do a split speed brake. I might need to do that. All right, Halo. See you, buddy. Thanks for watching. Huh. Yeah, see, our side slip went insane there for a second. So see, the real one, with these control surfaces, on the real one, it's split. The outer ones control, I think the outer ones control roll and the inner ones control yaw. Speed brakes will basically fix this. So I just basically got to keep the body flap deployed. We can mess with this center of lift thing, the center of lift stuff. We can mess with this in the SPH, and we'll be able to see where it would be nice and stable. No, Ninja, it's not about I need to find a way to slow it down without S-turns. No, if the vehicle is doing something you don't want it to do, you don't just be like, oh, well, it's just going to do that. Yeah, that's not right. That's no, bad habit to get into. No, figure out why this is happening and fix it. I can fix it. It's no problem. I designed the thing. I can modify it. You don't just kind of settle when your vehicle does something like this. That's not really a good idea. Let me check. I want to see what the yaw is doing here. Do I have any yaw control right now? No. RCS is on, but that's not enough, I don't think. Yeah, look, right here. Everything is all gravy, and then... Yeah, we have no yaw control. That's why it side slips. I have nothing to stabilize me. This isn't enough vertical stabilizer, I guess. If I just deployed this stupid thing and not undeployed it, that probably would have done it. I think the solution next flight, guys, is to just enable yaw on our speed brake controller. It's a little bit weird doing something like that, but I think that's the right move. We have no yaw control, so of course the thing side slips. I have no rudder. There's no active rudder on here on any of my control surfaces. So unless I could move the body flaps independently of each other, that's not really going to work like that. What about lateral body flaps? Well, the real one has a split control surface here, Jaka, so the split control surface can figure that one out. It would be like if I put another control surface on the wings for yaw control, and then kept these ones for roll control. Or conversely, I could put a control surface out here that's designed for roll and have the Fat 455 control yaw. Because the real X33 has a split control surface. Think of it like the shuttle's wings, where you have two elevons, right, on either side. So, yeah, see that we have no yaw. That's the problem. That's why it's side slipping. It's not side slipping because we're aerodynamically unstable. It's side slipping because we don't have any yaw control. That's why it's good to go and review the footage. Well, that pretty much explains that. You know? Oh, sorry about that. So if I took some small control surfaces and we put them out here on top of the wing and had those set to our roll control, and we set this to yaw. Let me take a look. Yeah, smoke shouldn't be too bad. I need better rudder authority. Yeah, that's all. Wingtip control surfaces that can be raised vertical to increase yaw. I would just think putting literally one of these out here on the end of this doom should be enough. Sorry to get off topic, but when I saw Shortfall of Gravitas, it was the first time I was hyped for a boat. Boats are cool, market, but boats that catch rockets are even cooler, huh? See, the thing is, though, is Kerbal gonna understand that? The shuttle has a huge tail. Yeah, it does, Forlorn, but the X-33 doesn't. Why is that? Because these are simultaneously the elevators and the rudder. Think of these things like the control surfaces on the X-33 work like those. You guys remember this plane? Yeah. See? F-23 doesn't have rudders. And it doesn't have elevators either. No horizontal stabilizer, no vertical stabilizer. Halfway in between. The X-33's wings are doing the exact same thing as that. Which is pretty freaking cool. No, because it never went into service. Yeah, but it flew. The F-22 looks cooler. It just does. It looks cooler. The YF-23s look really cool, but those... That's definitely a cool looking plane, but F-22s look better, and that's the reason why I think they chose it. The F-22 looks so much nicer. But that thing is freaking cool. What if we looked at how the B-2 controls? Yeah, it's the same thing, Sneaky. KSP doesn't understand that very well, though. To an extent, pro skill, yeah. F-22s, though. Alright. What you talking about my F-22's fault? Because I can. So with the 73, I can almost guarantee with those canted tails as yeah, there was a computer control aided input from the airline to counter the induced roll. Most likely, yeah. Now, how did she fly? Well, we got it back to the runway. We need to figure out a little better yaw stability at that speed. The problem is we just don't have enough of it. I could set these to on, right? We can set them to do that if we need to, but that's kind of a little strange. But see, what happens if I set these to yaw and roll? Yeah, see, it locks to one or the other. Oh, idiot. Oh boy, I'm not sure Kerbal's gonna understand that. Yeah, splitting the control surface probably is the right way to do this. Have the bigger control surface work on yaw, because this is closer to being, it's closer to being horizontal than it is to being vertical, and have a little control surface out here on the.
Listen, Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed.
Have a little control surface on the end for roll control. Should keep us pretty good. What is this? Back in my day, we had 2 sticks and a rock for a whole platoon. Hi, Geeson. I know about the X-32. Could you leave the air brake and add another one right at the back? Well, that would help us with yaw stability, but not so much yaw control plate. But yeah, we could. Alright. Let's go get the welcome wagon. Levis, you want to... Oh. I guess she doesn't want to get out. Hey, whatever. Okay, let's go send the jet truck over there to get the vehicle. Very strange. It thinks it's debris, T-Man. Rapid one was good, but now we got to get that thing back over to the pad, and we have to refuel the pad, and we have to get going on flight 2. Yeah, I guess, T-Man. But we didn't even get anywhere close to a signal blackout, which was really nice. Okay. What I'm gonna do is Didn't drain the excess fuel. Oh, we don't have any. Cool. There's a Kerbal over there. I tried to get a Kerbal in the seat, El Hook. I couldn't. She didn't want to get out of the seat. She was being lazy. For the next test, I'm just going to have yaw. I'm going to have yaw control on this. Or should we have yaw control for here? Yeah, I think we should. The RCS should keep us stable with roll control. So I'm going to set this one to yaw and that one to pitch, and we'll see what happens. Or we could set both of these to yaw. Sure, why not? I just wish I could make it so for yaw it only deploys one side, you know? But that's one flight for this thing. Let's see how fast we can get this thing back over to the pad. I do need to install a docking port up at the top of this thing with a Kerbal, so we can pull the thing out with the crane. I've heard of Outer Wilds. I forget what it's about, though. Okay. Yeah, Jason. We've run stuff like that before. How well does it work, dude? Works fine with manual control. SAS will not do it. Not even if you bind it to yaw? The cal is bound to yaw. Alright. Noted. Okay. Cool. Now, how do we get another crane out here? I might recover the entire pad, guys, and just forego fueling right now, because the crane exploded. Because the crane popped. Yeah. Not very good. Hi, Fire Dude Zach. How are you? Okay. I'm going to recover the pad just this one time. Well, not this one time. We're doing a lot of pad recovery right now because I'm still trying to work the bugs out with it. So, how much... Yeah, okay. I'm just going to fill it up with fuel out of the gates. We know that the fuel truck works. So... Alright, let's recover the pad. Okay. The next day. 1 day later. Although I'm concerned about your use of the joystick, the cal is either all the way right or all the way left because I use WASD. I don't know how much joystick can make it more incremental. Gunny, hey, no racing for me tonight because we got a house offer expected and my racing gear is all packed up. Hey, congratulations, man. That's awesome. That's cool. Remo and I are trying to look for one, dude. Price is up here stack, but hey, at least somebody's making some progress, man. Shoot. That's awesome, man. Good work. 9th tries the charm, right? I know what you mean. I hate myself. I just want a goddamn house. Granted, I'm looking for a house with like a 4-car garage. No, not a mansion. Just a house with a 4-car garage. Preferably just a 4-car garage with like a loft apartment over it. That would be. Yeah. Preferably. You mean a garage with a small hut next to it? Yes. Yes. My man. Why not just buy a lot and get a house custom made? Yeah, even lots are expensive, Sneaky. Yeah, pretty much Zeppelin, but I don't know if Bremo wants that. I'm pretty sure Bremo doesn't want that. Yeah. Merker's like Cletus's new shop. The guy that had that shop before them definitely lived there. You see how it has like a full kitchen and a bedroom inside the shop? Yeah, that would be really nice. Dude, that's like that's a pipe dream. You know, how sick would it be to like have like a lift right behind me, right? And have my streaming setup literally in the shop. So I'd be like, okay, guys, it's time to go work on the truck. Literally get up, change the scene in OBS, boom, truck stream. How sick would that actually be? We're happy with the 2-car this one has. And the inspection went well. That's the key. Do you watch Adam LZ? Yes. The compound Merkers. The goddamn compound. That's so freaking cool. Just put the streaming setup on your backup lift for a standing desk. It's a good idea, Gunny. I can dream, man. I can dream. And that's obtainable, too, which is why that's cool. Alright, did we need any changes to the pad? Oh, yeah, there is one. So let me go over here. Hello? Pad should be over here. Nope, I found it. Oh, hi, Pad. What's new with you? Okay. Hanging deaths from a chain lift. That'd be awesome, actually. I wanted Gunny. But hey, congratulations, man. Okay. Pad's ready to go. There is one other thing that I wanted to do. Because the reason why... dang it, I should have remembered this. The reason why I want to do this other thing here is because I noticed that we ran into some hierarchy problems. And see how I'm using the Rove Mate right here? I'm going to replace that with an Octo. I have no idea what that was attached to. Cool, unfront. Yeah, Das got that footage. So this is the probe cord that I used on the pad the last time around. And we're going to configure the naming. We're going to set it as a lander. And we're going to call this LC-1A. Launch Complex 1A. When it's launched. There we go. That's the other change that I wanted to make. I've shimmed the shimmed the docking port correctly. And we should just... Okay. Put the new pad out. Dopping. Stop dopping. You're dopping everywhere. Closing is set 10 days before our lease expires and our landlord kicks us out to sell the place, so timing worked out reasonably well. Oh yeah, that's right, dude. You had the freaking guy who was being a jerk. He kicked you out, right? What a douche. Oh, sorry, I gotta time myself out for a second there. Then do it. Alright, anyway. Let's get the crane out here. One thing that we wanted to do to the crane is, it needs more lights. Yep. It needs more than 4 lights. It needs 5. It needs at least 6 times as big. I have a vision that I can't see right now because I don't have lights. Nice, Gunny. Same state as before. So, I mean, obviously similar to where we are, but... This sucker gonna need a probe core. go. And now this needs to be configured as Launch Complex 1A crane. Cool. That's for alignment. That's why it's there. And more lights. So let me flip that on. Just adding a couple more lights here to the crane. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Good, Ishiku. First flight got back down. Now we gotta get the second one. Okay. Crane's good to go. So we got to put it down here like this and move that guide beam right into the same position. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
Discovery.
No
go
Kerbals
throttle.
aboard. I do not want Kerbals in this thing. Not right now, at least. Okay. Hey, Anti-Saint. 51-month resub. Is this going to be the weighted test flight? The last one had weight. I want to send this one to the space station, Merkers, but we got to do some payload operations first. Bingo.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Perfect. Gunny. Boop. 7 rise deep. Alright, let's try not to blow this thing up this time. We will use our good old friend, the jet truck, for a second here. Get that crane in position. Actually, this thing doesn't need to go that far forward. Yeah, the lighting is definitely better. Not getting a lot of washout on it either, Sneaky, which is good. Okay, switch back over to the crane here. Bring her down. Okay, does the pad have fuel? I should have put fuel in it. Yep. Oh, that might not be enough. I need to send out one fuel truck. I forgot to change it. Gross. Okay, leave jet truck here. What is this thing set? Configure vessel naming, ship priority 10. What is it named currently? We have to get a Kerbal up there and attach a docking port to this thing so I can get the payload out. Because the docking port broke off, and so did the solar panel. I got to reinstall that, so we're gonna need a construction team out here. I don't think doing construction while it's on the pad is a good idea. So we'll just modify it here. Come on, we gotta do this without the pad exploding. You're a taco truck. Fight those, got him. There's a Maryland distillery that makes a super trashy rye called Sagamore. Interesting. tasty, not trashy. Oh, I was gonna say, I'm like, what? What does that mean? Oh, I just misread it. I was like, what? Alright. That's awesome. Dude, I'm so stupid. I'm such a freaking putz sometimes. That's really funny to me, though. I was like, why are you telling me this? Alright. Turns out I just can't read. I saw you teaching her how to read. You never taught me how to read, which is why I still don't know how to read. Okay, we need the replacement solar panel, and then I need a replacement docking port. And I'll put it on the fuel truck, so Glebless can go and reinstall those components. There we go. Okay. Lunch. If it's Maryland, then it's trashy. Ow. Italian. Would you guys like some cookies? Yes. Promptly fax me some, please. Alright. Did I see you play War Thunder or Warships the other day? Oh, that's for Sneaky. Sneaky? I think Sneaky plays that. I used to do World of Warships on stream, Gunny, but then everybody that always got placed on the other team would always just try to find me and shoot at me because they want to be the ones that killed the streamer. So it got really annoying really quickly. Like, people would just go out of their way, right, to sink me, to be like, hey, oh yeah, look, I'm the guy that killed EJ, ha 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 ha, and their team would still lose because they would do it in like a battleship, and I'd be in a destroyer, and I'd be like, yo, what are you doing? And so I basically had to sit there and just watch everybody else play the game because I always got sniped like right at the beginning. Nice. Cool. All right. Craft is successfully repaired. I haven't played Warships since we used to do them on stream like 5 years ago. Oh, that's what I was talking about, NASA, man. Yeah, those rounds from 5 years ago. You'd be my Secret Service, Jason? All right, gonna top the pad off with fuel, and actually, I repaired that thing. I don't think we even need to take the payload out. Would anybody objectively be against just keeping the modified thing? It's not that far off from what we had in there before. Get you you want me to play World of Tanks and then you want me to KV2? Why would I use that commie piece of trash? Give me the Panzer tank. Panzer 5, man. Panzer 5. And if anybody says, I heard Panzer 5, the Panzer's reliability, I'm an expert on tank. You shut your mouth, alright? It's superior engineering and you know it! You wish you could have a Panther tank. You wish! Panther's overrated garbage. You're overrated garbage. Boom. Roasted. It belongs in a museum. So do you! I know you are, but what am I? No you. Got him. Destroyed. I mean, okay, it doesn't matter. The T-34-85 is the best one. T-34-85s with the big gun. Not that dinky little 76mm. That thing's a piece of poop. Poop. See, the funny thing is, I'm not with the Panther tank. I like Panthers because I like the engineering. I appreciate it, but the T-34-85 is that's a Chad tank in real life. I like that tank. Gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling inside. Last, okay. The warm fuzzy feeling is diabetes. Diabetes. So, you got diabetes.
Diabetes.
Thank you, Wilford. Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes.
Diabetes. Diabetes. Diabetes.
So, you got diabetes.
Diabetes. So you got it. All right. All right. So we repaired it, and I pretty much was able to repair it in the exact same configuration that we would launch the payload module in, minus Kerbals aboard. So what I think I'm going to do is, Lebs is going to get out here. We're just going to leave that fuel truck there. The The magic number is 12,000 units of fuel. That's what the SSTO takes. So how much fuel do we have? We have 13,535. We should have enough. And you know what? We'll just go automated with the jet truck for now. I am not really confident enough in the pad for testing to have people near it, so... we'll go from there. Launching with the crew tank. So this time we're going to the station. Does anybody know off the top of your head how much of a when you're in low Kerbin orbit, how much orbit you would go? Like how, in degrees rotation, how far you'd go around Kerbin? So like in 10 minutes? Anybody know? Is it like a quarter of the way every 10 minutes? Well, no. Wait, hold on. What's the orbital period at that altitude? I can figure this out. It's not a 10-minute orbital period. Have you ever had a dream where you want to do so much that you could do anything? Have you ever... Did I really... Have you ever had a dream? Nice, I'm sorry. I'm focusing on getting this thing... I'm focusing on not breaking this damn thing, so... I'm like, wait, what? No, so let me explain. We have a 10-minute launch... We have a 10-minute launch window to fuel this thing up. I gotta make sure that the station flies overhead basically right when we go to launch, right? And then we'll put ourselves into an orbit that's right behind the station so we can catch up to it. But, I have to make sure that the station is kind of 10 minutes behind. I have to make sure it flies right overhead, basically right when we go to launch. So, I'm wondering, like, how many degrees in 10 minutes do you orbit around Kerbin so I can line this up correctly? I forgot. Stronk! Call to Bondulance! Stronk. I forget what it is offhand, Tony. I haven't done a station rendezvous mission in a long time. You aim 35 degrees? Alright, second flight. No recovery here. Uh, 100 kilometers, El Hook. I think it's over Kerbindia, so I think it is... Station has to be right here. Yeah, Space Sloth. I'm pretty sure that was it. I just wanted to ask, but I couldn't English it correctly. So this is going to turn into a mainline vehicle or jump to a larger scale one? This will be used if I just need to move crew around or a small sat barrel and I don't need to really justify launching a $400,000 space plane. It's a small sat launcher, so this thing kind of is synonymous in function with Rocket Lab's Neutron, the Neutron rocket, or maybe even something like Antares. Antares has more payload capacity than this thing, though. But yeah, it's designed to basically be an Ares 1 to my bigger SSTO, which would be an Ares 5. The big one is going to be big. All right. Now the jet truck will come into its own here. Oh, I'm sorry. I think the truck doesn't have enough stones to push it up. Meet Panther engines. Let's load it in. Got it, Elhood. Oh. Why are we stuck? It's 100 kilometers, yeah. There we go. Whatever that was about. Okay. Get the alignment controller up and running. There we go. We're locked in. So it's reading a positive pitch of 4 here. What about the launch stool? -2. It works, Sawyer. It works. I mean, it's bent just a little bit. I mean, that should be it really, and I say this like, oh, you know, it should be. No, it'll be okay. So if I bring the gear back down, right, and then we unlock that, should knock everything into position. Don't worry, that's supposed to do that. Okay. Take jet truck. It's not Contra. It just docked in a little bit of a weird way. That's all. It's not a problem. 3238 for the orbital period. Okay. Got it, Entropy. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Discovery, go at
All right. We don't need to change the payload because I repaired the payload successfully. Okay. Boone, 36-month resub. Ping! Alright, now we just gotta move the crane out of the way. We have enough fuel on board, we're go for another launch. This one's gonna go up to the station. How fast can this truck go in reverse? Yes. Knock on wood, Sawyer. And Space News went till 8 o'clock, so that means I'll basically have 2 launches done very quickly. Uh-oh. It's too tall. If she holds sprint, she'll run underneath the thing. Yes, Glebless can push the entire gantry crane this way. Oh. Alright, just get jet truck. The more we develop it, the more it keeps growing on you. If I can, like I and yeah, Sawyer, that's what I mean about approaching it in good faith. I did not want to do this. I'll tell you what I really wanted to do. I wanted to develop a constellation architecture. Constellation-style architecture with Falcon 9 as our Ares 1 vehicle and Starship, or something like Starship as our heavy lift launch vehicle. I wanted to see if I could catch a stage. That's what I was going to try to do. But I mean, we could still do that some other time. That concept is just shelved right now as far as I'm concerned. You know? You didn't put the e-brake on, woman. Come on. Now go get the other one. No. Gonna make it? Yeah, you know, approaching it in good faith really made it cool. I'm actually pretty happy. Definitely made me think outside of the box a little bit, Sawyer, that's for sure. Why did you turn the wheel? What's up, Junkyard? How you doing, man? Alright, let's see if we can get the flying wedge of cheese up into space. If Wisconsin made a rocket. K-33 is a good ship. It's a good enough. It's good enough. Eh? Send this to the oil fields. Yeah, right? Cheese in space! I hate this project, King, remember? God damn stupid SSTO project. I wanted to catch a booster, man. But this is good too. This is a pretty dope project. It made me I got to use some of the skills that I had from Collins. Some of the build techniques like the arrow shell. Yeah, I got to utilize that, so I'm pretty happy. No, Junkyard. I have 2 jet engines on this thing because these little puny electric motors aren't enough to push the SSTO up the hill right here, up the ramp. What you're looking at here is a tug. It attaches to the that's a interfacing port right there, right? And it's a docking port, and it attaches to the plane, right? And then I tow it off the runway when it comes down and lands. And then hang on a minute. And then when I bring it over here, the electric motors that are in each hub aren't enough to push this thing back up. So I gave it a little bit of combustion engine goodness. Yeah, that's all it's used for. Those jet engines are literally just to push this thing back up the ramp because I didn't feel like engineering a vehicle with those puny electric motors to get it to work. Sorry. I'm on a deadline here, man. What do you want? Yeah, okay. Let me just check the payload one last time. That docking port is pretty much exactly where I need it. Make sure it's set to grandparent strut. It is. Okay. Now, let me do a hierarchy check before we go any further. I know if it looks like there's a bunch of crazy red lines all over or orange lines all over everything, it's because there is. Okay. It's picking up the command pod as the root part. Alright, whatever. Those are fastening connections right there called auto struts. They help hold everything together. I don't have the dummy weight this time, Wookie. Okay. Let's tee it up. Rotational controller. Launch table rotational controller. Transport erector rotational controller is on. Okay. Huh. Must be this controller here. Because switching this right there should make the controller go up. Basically just need this one to go faster. I don't know, Jason. It's a weird problem that I just frankly don't understand. Yeah, I don't know. We'll mess with it a little more some other time. Okay. She's vertical. What is our docking port reading? No way. 90. She's straight up. Okay. Shut the lights on the crane. We're locked in down there. Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Oh, the station is in the perfect spot. Okay. Let's do this. This is the Rapid 2 mission. Remember, we got to work with our modified yaw control. Rapid 2. Same payload. We're taking off on year 4, day 139, 5:05. We are in, the station is in the right position. It's 33 back. 5:05 is our target liftoff. Actually, no, that's 5:06. 5:06 is what we want. Same payload mass. This is the, I redid the launch complex, so this is the 103rd flight total, first launch. The vehicle, this is its second flight without being recovered. 4th flight total. Rapid reuse flight test 1 of 2. We're going to 100 to 100 to station. We're going to Liberty Station. Okay. Hold on to your butts. Last, what's up? So it's lighting outside where I am, and I'm able to pick it up on a handheld radio, switch to AM at its lowest frequency. Cool, man. All right. Let's make sure that our control surfaces are shut out from when we were testing. All control surfaces are shut out. Make sure the body flap is zeroed. Body flap is zeroed. Hierarchy control was passed. All right. I need to get all the fuel tanks because it's made up of a bunch of small fuel tanks to make up the weird tank shape that we have. Okay. Begin fueling. Fueling has begun, and once again, because of our launch pad stilts, we can time warp through this. It's not that big of a deal. Jeez, I hope we have enough. We're getting down to the last fuel tank. I hope I filled this thing. Oh yeah, okay, we got enough. All right, cool. Okay, vehicle's fully fueled. T-minus 1 minute, 15 seconds. Closing out all fuel tanks. First thing we got to do, set our control point here. We probably shouldn't time warp through fueling, but we can if we need to. Really, really don't like doing that. Okay, this is the part where I need to select the right fuel tank, or the right control point. There we go. Peg that. Vehicle's reading 89. It's kind of rocking back and forth, but it's reading the right, it's reading the correct one. Correct point. Is the station overhead? Station's way out in front of us. Okay, so that wasn't right. Over Curb India is not correct. We needed a launch over Curb India. But it's out in front of us, so it should be okay. We have plenty of electricity and we have the solar panel to stay on orbit, okay? We could put this thing into an orbit like 90 by 90, or, well, we have it set for 80 by 80. So we'll throw it into 80 by 80 and then we'll catch up to the station and go from there. Okay, so let's turn on the engines. TVC checkout. TVC checkout confirmed. Okay, beginning groundside propellant close out here. Okay. Stage is pressing for flight. All systems are looking good. T-minus 20 seconds. Groundside pyrotechnics are armed. Rock, report range status. Status check. Go Rapid 2. Go K-33. Cleared to proceed with terminal count. T-minus 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. Simulation slowing down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh dear. Oh jeez. Okay, we have ignition and a good liftoff. Little shaky off the pad, but we got a good liftoff. Rapid 2 mission. I think I lost the strut on the way up. Rapid 2 mission. Sending the K-33 to the space station. Okay, roll program is complete. Vehicle's now pitching downrange. It's just a strut. We lost the strut, that's all. Okay, all systems are looking good. Second launch of the night. All systems looking good. Vehicle is now 1,700 meters up. Dynamic pressure is at 5.3 kilopascals. Taking aim at Liberty Station. First time up there. First time sending anything up there in a little while. Everything's looking good here. All systems are working correctly. Stand by for maximum dynamic pressure. We have max Q. Next step in the flight is the transonic regime. Vehicle's now pitching over. We're now transonic. Everything's looking real good here. We're a little high up. We gotta turn over a little more. Okay, throttling back our engines. Everything's looking good here. Stand by for main engine cutoff. Hang on. We have entered the deep throttle phase of ascent here. Okay, we have MECO. That's MECO confirmed. Clocking in the orbiter maneuvering system here. Stand by for ohms 1 at AP. Okay, this is looking good. flipping the vehicle over. We have reacquisition of signal. Look at the burn time, Pop Bear. Wasn't enough. We're gonna have to relight the main engines again. I'm trying to, every launch I try to optimize the ascent profile a little more. The more I can use these engines, the more efficient our ascent's gonna be, because these are a little bit more efficient than the shuttle motors. But I do need to stop those and do a little bit of this here. Okay. Switching back over, we have 240 meters a second delta V. That actually was more efficient that time, throttling down these engines. Crew won't be coming home on this mission, some new, but yeah, we'll this will basically this will prove the capability of the vehicle, and that I could bring them down on the next flight. But I'm not going to do that until I send another crew up there. All right. Nice. Very good. All right. How's our inclination? What's the differential inclination? 0.7 again. Okay, so the next burn will be a slight inclination match. Should be about 30 meters a second here. Okay. We can open up those payload bay doors and get that crew module some fresh air. Second time for this thing being on orbit today. This whole dang thing, it carries a broom closet into space for Goebbels. Okay, reorienting the vehicle. Stand by for OMS 2 here in 7 minutes on orbit, but we're here again. Hey, pretty dang good for a small little vehicle like this. Everything with the pad worked very, very well there. Okay. Hangar crane is fixed. King, yep. We can just warp over there. Pretty much, Wii Sports. Yep. Okay. 200 meters a second for rendezvous and proximity operations here. We're going to fly around over here to our AP. We now have a good match with the station. Okay. Go here. Boost ourselves up. I can do this manually. It's not a big deal. Liquid fuel is doing well. We have 200 meters a second. We basically need about 100 meters a second left for rendezvous and for landing. So we have about 100 meters a second worth of fuel here for getting to the station. It's not going to get the dark crew. I need to send up another one to get another crew up there, MGB. Still, though, pretty happy. Not bad, dudes. Not bad. Probably some new, yeah. K33 is kind of its running name, Shady, but I think we could just call it the K. We could call it K33, but we'll give each one of these things names. Backspace, S-Master, is, well, what it used to be. Doesn't work. Next. I don't know what they changed it to. I use an old settings file. Okay. Let's get a rendezvous dialed in here. Shutting down the orbiter maneuvering engines. We shouldn't need those again. I'm going to use the maneuver calculator here to move my apogee up to 100. Okay. Now we just got to find the right position for rendezvous here. We're going to have to do 3 or 4 orbits. I know that the station is 100 by 100 circular, so if I just do a maneuver node with enough delta V to boost my apogee up to 100, I know that I can just fiddle with this thing and will eventually get a good rendezvous. Like that. 200 meter intercept. I'd call that good. Now, it's going to cost me 11 to boost up to its altitude, 11 to stop, and then a little bit more to do some rendezvous operations. Do we have Kerbal Mass simulators in play? We do not, Shady. Yeah, I don't. But the numbers should be okay. Alright. Going to Fast Boy. We have fuel on the station, Shady. I got a lot of fuel up on the station, actually. EC is a bit low. Got it. Damn it. I screwed up a little bit because of the electrical charge. We'll get it on the way back. All right, Marky. So that solar panel that we installed is working correctly. Okay. Okay. 2,100 meters from the station. We got the electrical charge that we need to get this finished. Hey, Deviator. There's the station. It was a sloppy rendezvous on my part because of that electrical charge. We are inside of 1 kilometer here. Stand by. Okay, we're station keeping with Liberty. Shut down the ohms. Okay, do a slight burst with the RCS here. Alright. How's the station looking? Oh, there it is! Can we look out the windows? One of us can, in the Constitution module. Oh, we can't see it. Dang it! It's just over there. Tedley, go into the transfer vehicle. Whoa. Dude. About 100 days in game, Katra. Well, that's pretty neat. Yep, I took a screenshot of that. I'll let you know. Let you know that I'm taking a dang old screenshot of that there, boy. Sloppy rendezvous cost us about 20 Delta V, give or take. My translate thrusters aren't working. I don't think I have them configured. Hang on. We're gonna hold here for a second. So this one needs to be set dorsal ventral. Dorsal ventral. And then this guy also needs dorsal and ventral. I never configured this for our pod, rendezvous proximity. Port starboard. Port starboard. Starboard. Port starboard. Probably demo. Modulating the RCS makes it so the SAS can compensate for it. Makes this stuff easier to maneuver around. So once we cross the station's vector line here, imagine seeing something like this show up at the space station. This big thing, I mean, the space shuttle looked ridiculous next to the space station, but this is just on another level. What's that, Thomas?
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Digi, what's up, man? Dragon's trunk is separated, deorbit burn is complete, nose cone is closed. Splashdown in about 30 minutes on the Dragon 2 capsule. Awesome. Digi! Ridiculous or awesome? Holy crap, man. You've been subbed this entire time? Not even mad. Thanks, man. Ridiculous or awesome? I mean, I want... Starship at the ISS is an idea I can get behind. Yeah. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But... you know, that's okay. We don't judge. We're not picky here, all right? Where would the top docking port be on Starship? Yes. But I don't know. Anyway, Digi, how you doing, buddy? How's life treating you? That's right, caveman. You don't even need disposable clothes if you have something like Starship getting at that station. You just bring them down and wash them. Or you use Starship to bring a friggin' washing machine up there. I don't see why that's a problem. Leaks? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's a problem with washing machines down here. Okay, we're on the center line. Guys, I'm going slow because I'm trying to conserve as much fuel as possible. We're running a little bit on the lower side here. Alright, stand by. Hey now. Sorry. I think... Oh, no. I fat fingered a key. That's why I bounced off the station. Sorry about that, guys. It's exactly what I don't want to do. Where'd you hang the clothes to dry? I don't know. The vacuum? They would dry. Stand by for final docking. We have soft capture. We have lock. Okay, Rapid 2 is up at the station. How did that solar panel fit in there? Oh, perfect. Dude. Man, dude, the SSTO looks so out of place there. All right. Dart, meet your big brother. Look at this little baby compared to that thing. Yeah, it's gonna look ridiculous if we dock the big one to this thing. Yeah, entropy, right? Why are you losing electricity? Transmitting. We were transmitting science, I think.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Wait a minute. Oh, we're in the dark. I'm an idiot. Miles, 9-month resub. It's the science lab. The science lab is taking up power. A lot of power. Now we should go net positive. There we go. Firefly Beta has its landing legs combined with the tower wings. Also possibly looks... Also looks to be in 3x symmetry. Neat. Congrats on the rendezvous. I'm so glad this program didn't get canceled. This is one beast ship. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, that's cool. Tedley's gonna move into the Constitution module here. Banana. Is there an open docking port for the crew? The crew can just, yeah, the front docking port. The crew could, I could take them down, but I want Kerbals here. I want Kerbals at the station so we can keep transmitting science. The Liberty 5 module is giving us a bunch of science here. Even though, well, its data is kind of running low. What about you? That is 740 data. Yeah, I could always put them back into Liberty 4 and go. Big Chungus, yeah, this thing would look tiny compared to Big Chungus. But that's SSDOs, man. You got to think, like, how ridiculous would this look if a full Saturn V rendezvoused with the station? That would look stupid, right? That's basically what an SSDO is. Maybe EVA a crew for the camera angles. You know what I do want to see? Yeah, okay, so where were we? I have a full tank of gas there. That's full. TS-12 should be full. And TS-9 just came back from the last lunar mission. And yeah, that's where we left off. Took a second. No problem, IQ. I'm glad you like it, dude. It's a pretty awesome little program, isn't it? It's coming along good. The big one will be insane. I do need to figure out some balancing stuff with the RCS. But other than that, yeah, it's good. 3 weeks ago, this thing was on its deathbed. I had to redesign it. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah, I get it.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Yeah, Laws, that'd be kind of cool. Pretty damn proud of that. Last, what's up, man? What did you find with panels in their nodes? Node attaching decreases drag by a lot. You want to node attach these things if you can. Well, that's pretty damn cool. So when Big Chungus? Well, this thing's operational, so... Any way to take the speed break from Dart? Nah, I'm not taking parts off of Dart. Which one is that? Explorer. Yeah, I'm not taking parts off of it, guys. No. How are we gonna refuel the lunar tugs? Well, I could... The Constitution was the Constitution module. This one right here, CO1, it's a refueling module, so it's designed to accept a tanker on this side and a transfer stage on that side. TS9 we could get rid of. We don't really need it. Is Dart safe to fly? It could fly unmanned. Yeah, it should be able to maintain communication through re-entry with the satellites in the right positions. Yeah, it should be able to. Some wholesome space news. A launch photographer quit their day job to pursue their dreams of making launch photography their full-time career. Oh, Stephen Marr. Yep. Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah, Stephen's a great photographer. Man, that's cool. I have extra aero surfaces in here. And an extra cal controller. Huh. Huh. Huh? Huh. Hmm. Yeah, station's full of parts, dude. We'll bring Dart back down inside of Big Chungus. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Spare parts. Yeah, we got plenty of fuel, too. I think what we'll do is... I didn't really design this to do this, but what I think I'm going to do is just out that, like that, from the Sigma to there. It's just, because it's such a small quantity of fuel, I'll let it slide, but usually you should refuel, I would want to refuel stuff through the Constitution module. How'd the pad go? Well, Jay, if this thing is here, what do you think? Think it went alright? You can, Walls. Yeah. Absolute doesn't work the best, but you could do it. Why not build Bob the dream house he's always desired on Minmus, complete with a personal dart? Maybe. Alright. I launched this thing 2 times in 3 hours with a little bit of redesigning. Not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, I started Kerbal at 8, guys, and we launched the other one probably around 8:30. Did a full mission, brought it back down, repaired it, repaired the entire pad, put a new pad out, made changes to the pad, put this thing on, and launched it in 3 hour 15. Well, actually 2 hour 45. So I'm going to leave this thing up here, and we'll re-enter it. We'll bring it back down tomorrow. We got to work on that yaw control. We got to see what it gets us. Shady, for a full Kerbal stream, I could probably do 3 or 4 launches with this thing. We just got to be very careful. You just got to be very careful with your Delta V when you're on orbit with this thing. Just... that's all. I can't just go yeet this thing up into space. You have to really pay attention or else you're going to run out of fuel. In fact, I have a stranded prototype up here. It's over there. Maybe I should get something from the station to go and get that thing and bring it back down. I forget what prototype that is. Yeah, Crumpet, it did. And I realized that, yeah, it's having trouble with yaw control because I have no yaw. I didn't have this thing on. So what we're going to do for the next re-entry, I'm going to set that to yaw, and I'm going to set that one to yaw as well. So and we'll see what it does. I don't really need roll control. I could use the body flap for pitch, and we could use those ones for roll control. But what we were talking about is fitting this thing, using Kerbal construction, and fitting this thing with control surfaces out here to bring it back. You want to know what's cool? Loopy came up with this idea. But see the service module plate for Dart? See where the engines are placed? It's the same. I reused Dart's plate adapter. See? It just doesn't have monopropellant on it, but it's the same. Splashdown soon? Yep. I don't know if they're gonna stream it though, Dish. Are they going to? Use one of the retired moon tugs to go refuel it. I could use transfer stage 12 to go and get it, but to refuel it, but I don't think that thing has a docking port on it. We would need to send a Kerbal with a docking port and something that they could refuel it in. Yeah, K-33 is just Dart. I just redesigned the wings slightly. Isn't there a docking port on the back plate of it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Overthinking it. Yeah, there is. Dude, friggin' legit. Oh, God, I'm sorry. I'm just looking at it. That's amazing. Do you see this? Man, did we turn this thing around? Standardized fittings, Jay. Just like the Martian. Good idea. Is it the crew 2 coming down? No, no crew is coming down this time, Klein. CRS 22. Oh, you're talking about real life. I'm an idiot. CRS 22. Unmanned Dragon capsule. But I don't think it's going to be streamed. I don't think they're going to stream it. No crew is no stream. There you go. Maybe Hellfish. X-33 docked to the ISS. Colorized 2003 alternative universe. What's the plan for tomorrow? We're going to bring this back down. Something's wrong. They're coming back down. Again? Jeez. You guys hear that? And then the crew service vehicle, Shady. Yeah, pretty much. No, not the Wasp. Not the Wasp. It was Thunder. Why is Dart up there? Because the program was canceled when this crew was up there. Hang on. I'm going to look at Windy again. Uh-oh. There's another boomer coming towards me. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Ooh, yep, I think that's the remnants of Elsa, I think. No, not remnants. The remnants already went by. The remnants are out over Nova Scotia, bud. This is just another frigging thunderstorm because, alright. Not that big. Is the guitar clicking again? No. But I heard thunder. I heard thunder. It was really distant, though. Really, really distant. So it's not at me yet, but it is coming. Yeah, it's over the northeast part of Connecticut. So if you're in Putnam or near Woonsocket, Rhode Island, yeah, that's a big storm. It's red. It's red. It also was pretty intense here. Woke me up. I slept through the entire thing, Dish. That passed you earlier today? Last. Okay. Did you make it, lulz? It's a good idea, man. Take the stage to refill a prototype with enough to get to the station. We could, yeah. So this happened. What's that? What is the... What did they do at the truck race? That's just every... Jeez, Bandit. I see the SSTO made it to the station. What did I miss in the process? Game night came up right after you landed the first one. Nothing, Loopy. All the launch operations went smooth. I went over all the vessels, and I changed the probe cores. I changed the probe core on the pad and on the crane from the Rove mates to Octos. And, yeah, it was finding the pod as root part, but the hierarchy was working correctly. So, you know, we're going to have to test it without payload in it again. But, yeah, everything is working fine. Thing went up here, made it up here just fine. Yeah. Oh, dragon re-entry. That's cool. Thomas, neat. When I lived in Iowa, I lived like 20 minutes from the track the trucks are at right now. Is it? Isn't it just Iowa Speedway, Rezel, or am I dumb? So, Loopy, I still have a prototype up here, alright? So, we'll keep that at Liberty Station. Prototype 14 is still up here. I stranded it, but it's in a nice stable orbit, so it's fine. They're at Knoxville. Oh, word? Oh. Huh, that's cool, Fun Sister. Here's another one, and this is an older version. And, yeah, see, this is a much older version. It looks similar, but there's a lot of stuff that I configured and moved around a little bit. I don't even know the serial number on this vehicle, but it is out of fuel. Serial number 7. Yeah, 7 is here. 8 crashed into the woods. 8 crashed into the woods over there, and 9's the one at the station. If we can get the LTV to dock to the back of this thing, I can refuel the fuel tank. Oh, this has 909s on it. Oh, alright, Russell. This has 909 ohms thrusters on it. Is it worth it? It's worth it to get it back. I could get 7 back and put it in a museum, or recover the thing and have it refitted. I think you mean glided peacefully into the woods. Yeah, 8's not supposed to be in the woods. It's been up there for 50 days, but the onboard avionics are working just fine. Just wrecked again. No, if guys, I know we have a lot of money, but you gave me the chunk that the majority of this money is for the big SSTO testing, right there. And the thing is, I don't. As far as I'm concerned, like 3 million of this is not is for the other SSTO, right? I want a penny. I should penny pinch. Really, we should. We should figure out a way to get this thing down. And we should get 7 down and refit it. Because, yeah, it's out of fuel. Get it, refit the dang thing. It doesn't have yaw thrusters on it either. It's only designed for... It doesn't have the full RCS load out on it. Give or take, Rocket Guy, yeah. Yeah, we should dock it to this thing, and we should give this thing some fuel. And, yeah, I should bring it back down because it's got a fixed fuel tank in the payload bay. I use this for payload bay testing. We'd need to bring 7 back down and redo the RCS and everything. That's fine, though. That's okay. But it's 2 shuttle engines back. That's 36 G's worth of hardware just sitting there. Yeah, it's skirting the Atmo just a little bit, Woodbite, but it's like 69 something or other. Nice. Look at this thing. Not bad. Not bad at all, man. We could send a transfer vehicle over there, Louisa, to get at it, but we'd need some monopropellant. This thing has no monopropellant in it. I think I have some spare mono there. I have a little bit spares there for the transfer vehicle. What's with the Freedom 10 upper stage here? I was trying to get enough fuel up here to reach the deadline for the lunar program, Loopy, a couple of months ago, and I ended up using a Freedom 10 to dump a bunch of fuel up here. Enough to where I probably wouldn't... I needed to do 2 more lunar missions. And this should be enough. Well, it's not. 405. 405. That has 720. Yeah, it wasn't going to be enough. Oh well. It has a probe core for autonomous flight, Buck. Can we send an EVA construction crew up with one that can be added to deorbit it safely? Rocket Guy, I noticed something with re-entering this thing. Very susceptible to side slip. It needs some yaw control, right? So we can make the stabilizers bigger. Or I could just do that. I didn't turn the control surfaces on fast enough. And right when it flipped out on re-entry today, I noticed something. The Fat 455s were set to roll. These were set to pitch, and those were off. So if I have no yaw control, how am I going to counteract the side slip? Remember, we're in the lower parts of the atmosphere, so the RCS is only going to do so good, right? So what I was thinking is maybe set this thing to yaw, right? For pitch control, use the body flap, and then set those to roll. And then use this as a speed brake. Splashdown confirmed. CRS-22 is home. Nice. Cool. Or the other thing that we could do is install another control surface here. So we have our roll control and then set that to yaw. What is yaw? Yaw is how a plane moves on this axis. So with a plane, right? So like picture with a car, Smoked. With a car you have forward, back, and then turn left and turn right, right? And then back to the left, back to the right. With an airplane, you have 3 axes of movement. You have pitch, which is nose up, nose down. You have roll, which is obviously roll left, roll right. And then you have yaw. Yaw is slewing the vehicle like this. The rudder on the back of a plane induces yaw. Back into the left. Let's see that again. Back into the left. Casper, I'm making a rocket and I'm debating with myself if I want a stage separation to be with a normal separator ring or docking ports. It's got to be fully reusable if that's how it helps. Are separators reusable? The answer is no, so why would you use a separator? Got to figure out a way to use a docking port, man. Splashdown confirmed. Nice. Tango Delta. So, Smoked, when the big wedge of cheese is coming back in, right? It's because it's shaped like a frigging wedge of cheese, right? It's very susceptible to doing this. It's slewing the vehicle. I need to have a control surface help control with that. Yeah, Rocket Guy, I'm with you. The RCS, I almost saved it with the RCS. So I'm thinking the RCS combined with the control surfaces, if I have them configured correctly, should be good enough. But we'll get this thing back down tomorrow. I mean, Rocket Guy, I think that's what we could do. You know? I think. It's just really how well these wings are going to pick up control surfaces working like B-52 control surfaces, you know? I'm going to have to bind those on a Cal controller to get it to yaw correctly. But yeah. A good mission. And Rocket Guy, as long as I have communications with KDRS-3, right? As long as KDRS-3 stays there, 2863-3, right? Perfectly circular, I'll be able to shoot anything through re-entry. It shouldn't black out. Or we could use the rudders as rudders. Maybe we should try that, Loopy. We'll try that first time. First time through. I'll try just enabling those control surfaces right at entry interface. See what it does. Other than that, this thing is about as stable as I can make something, Rocket Guy, through re-entry. You just shim the body flap and the thing just glides for days, dude. It's super, super stable until we get out of the fiery stuff. Right at around Mach 3, somewhere around there, when we come out over the mountains and we get over KSC, right around there is right when it really likes to do this. Try that on 7, maybe. If we go and get it. Yeah, so we'll do all that tomorrow. Let's go in here. We did 81 km by 86 was the orbital insertion. Nominal orbital insertion. Station, and then we had a station rendezvous. But, yeah. Here, let's, we gotta get to racing, guys, but I want to go check on the pad. I want to see how the pad held up. Really hope Ghost Searcher gets to fish a capsule soon. Yeah, right? I played this game and the stuff you do is crazy good. Thanks, DJ. I try to push the envelope, man. What we're doing, dudes, is... Oh, gosh, that thunderstorm is really coming towards me. What we're doing, dudes, is really pushing the envelope in KSP. This is really hard. You know, we're making it look pretty easy here. All right, let's go see how this thing fared. Last follow-up question. Okay. Was just thinking about it. Is there any structural or otherwise cons of using docking ports instead of normal rings in general? Docking ports aren't as strong as decouplers, Casper. So you're going to have to figure out a way to run struts, or I use same vessel collision to overcome the docking port's flimsiness. I promise you this doesn't look easy. Really? Oh. I'm not surprised Firefly Gamma has wings now. It adds so much cross range and lets you burn off some of the final descent speed by kicking it horizontal. Eey, jeez. Freddy! 36-month resub. Thank you. Wait, did I launch with the... I launched with the TE up. No wonder we had so many problems off the pad. I'm an idiot. We bonked the TE on the way up. God, I'm stupid. It's bad practice, man. That's really Bush League stuff on my part. Don't worry, I'll get the checklist figured out as we go further.
Discovery, go and throttle up.
Someone must have noticed it. Hey, Matt! What's up, dude? Back to the streaming, I see. Is the transporter rector even useful? Yeah, of course. Howdy. Have you considered piece building the wings instead of using airliner tail fins? No, Loopy, I haven't, but we could. Yeah, Digi's hanging around in here, Matt. This is old school, dude. I love it when all the old school people show up. That's my favorite. My favorite. And to finish the job off, I'll just goldies with goldies. And then there's the crane. We gotta refuel this a bunch of times, but I like spreading the fuel load evenly. Last for the list of recovery missions. Right now, list of all recoveries is Go Searcher, is DM1 and IFA, Go Navigator is DM2 Crew 1, CRS-22, CRS-21. Ooh. Yikes.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
Hey, Valthonus, what's up, man? Did somebody say old folks? Yeah? Okay. What's up, man? How are those thunderstorms treating you right now? Dude, we are right on the verge of getting thunderstorms over here. Is the guitar on? The guitar is on. What you're doing is beyond my 4,600 hours of KSP. I'm just recently learning how to make stable pads, but they're still far from usable. Wow. Appreciate those kind words, man. Yeah, Hellfish Bandit linked me some pictures of it. It was pretty bad, man. They kept crashing into each other. Oh, my goodness. Storms miss you out in Springfield. Hope they miss you too. No, they're not. It's headed right for me. It's headed right for me. Look at the weather, dude. I'm about to get wrecked. The storm is literally going northeast, and its trajectory is going right across Boston. Oh, my goodness. Your power went out 4 times because of Elsa, I watch? Oh, jeez. Think about how many nose picks you missed. Shame. Yeah, Luffy. When you have more time, yeah, join the club, man. Join the friggin' club. This thing seems to be working. Alright, how's the drift looking? It's actually really not that bad. That's crazy. Pad's looking good. How about the crane? Crane looking okay? How's the drift looking on the crane pieces? Let me take a look. Literally nothing. Okay, perfect. Also, literally nothing. Alright, excellent. Well, I mean, that's only after 1 use, but I would deem this pad very reusable. It could launch another one. Absolutely. We just gotta, I gotta refill it. Can we make a bigger fuel truck? I could. I'll be honest, I haven't been paying attention. You gonna fare all right up there? Yeah, it's just a little storm. The hurricane didn't even bother me, weather guy. But oh, weather guy, you would have loved this. All right, here I gotta get ready for racing. But you would have loved this. There was a thunderstorm that came through. It's just a humidity shower came through in the afternoon because you know, precipitation and stuff, right? The lightning was so close that the magnetic coils on my guitar, because I have the guitar and the amp piped into the stream, right? So the magnetic coils on the guitar were picking up the EMF from the lightning strikes, which is really cool. You could hear it on stream. Every time lightning struck, you heard the thing go. Not like that, but it made like a pop, like. Yeah, so we were sitting here, and we were sitting here, and you'd hear the thing go off, right? It'd make like a pop noise. It sounds like when you pull like a cable out of your headset or something, like that noise, right? And then we would listen for the thunder. Oh, really, Builder? Yeah, dude, it was actually really cool. Yeah, here, listen to this. No. That was really, really loud. The stream doesn't do it justice. Listen, this is a clip from the other day. I don't know, Train Man. EJ. That was really loud. It sounds like a sound effect, man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Kralani. Yeah, it's because I got them pipes, you know. You also used to play electric guitar? Oh.
Discovery, go at throttle up.
The Global Lightning Detection Network essentially uses long-wave AM radio and network time signal to trilaterate the strikes. I understood some of those words. Yeah, Loopy, yeah, I know. Hey, Porter, 72 months. 6 years, dude. Unbelievable. All right, guys. Hey, we'll bring the SSTO down today, and we'll try to see if we can get the other one back. We'll bring the SSTO down tomorrow, and we'll try to see if we can get the other SSTO back. That's our mission. So we did get 2 launches off. I could have brought the SSTO back down. So that's 2 missions basically in 2 hour 45, which is ridiculous. That's how long it would have taken to do 1 Freedom mission. Now, granted, that 1 Freedom mission would have moved more payload into space, right, than these 2 SSTO missions. But if I can turn around the big one like we can turn around this, then that ain't gonna matter. When did Voyager 2 come back in line with the satellite? What? Is the shortfall at Gravitas East or West Coast? East. Live Lightning also gives you a sense of how they triangulate it. Cool. Yeah, you would have, Weather Guy, you would have been digging it. I think even on the stream I was like, where's Weather Guy? Where's Weather Guy? All right. No, don't worry about it. Let me see. Before I go, you want a picture of Cosmic Girl from Tubular Bells? Oh, Cosmic Girl with Tubular Bells. I was gonna say, the rocket took a picture of the plane, Loopy? What? So for a while we couldn't contact Voyager 2 because the antenna was being upgraded and it was several billion miles off. Okay. Yeah, I know, Airborne, but it wasn't communicating with any satellites. We used the Deep Space Network to do that. Anyway. Okay, dudes. That's going to do it for KSP. KSP will resume probably tomorrow night. 6, 7 o'clock, somewhere around there. If you're out, no problem. We're going to do some racing now. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun. It's nice to get this thing operational again. It's nice to get off. I mean, I would say at this point the small one is pretty much good to go. Got to figure out those yaw problems, but at least I figured it out. We diagnosed it pretty well. All right, Jim. So, yeah, if I think what is wrong with it is what I think is wrong it is. If what I think is wrong is with yaw control surfaces, then we should be able to figure out that stuff pretty well. I actually probably won't call the thing fully operational until I figure that yaw stuff out. But once I can mess with the vehicle with yaw and then be able to S-turn the thing through re-entry like I could with Collins, then yeah, we'll be real good. Yeah, we'll be real good. Anyway, it's time to play some Assetto Corsa.
Go at throttle up.
Hey, Chuck, 10-month resub. How's the S197 and the F100 doing? Any progress on the Coronet? Coronet runs and drives right now, Chuck. The F100 is like 95% of the way there. I'm finishing up organizing the wire harness underneath the dash, and then I got to put the interior in, and then I need an exhaust. And that's it. Then I'm going to basically just once over everything on the entire truck to make sure everything is good. Make sure all the bolts are tightened down and stuff, and then it's done. It's actually really close to being back on the road. The Mustang, it's my daily, so don't screw with the daily. First rule of Carcane, don't screw with the daily. Bad idea. So the Mustang's bone stock, but runs just fine. Drove it to Cape Cod last weekend and the weekend before that. It has 70,100 miles on the odometer. Runs great. Literally nothing. No problems. Does Doodles, thanks for streaming, dude. Great to see these flying missions. It's fun, isn't it? Yep. So, yeah. Everything's good. I just saw the re-entry over Mexico. That was cool. Right on, Joshan. That's awesome. So, yeah. Yeah, the cars and trucks are all good. I might have another project in the works, Chuck, that I can't tell anybody about yet, but I think you guys will appreciate it. You always mess with the daily so you won't buy another one. Water, I'm not worried. It's bone stock. The clutch is starting to slip just a little bit, but I baby that thing, dude. I don't push that Mustang at all. Is this the same project I've been hearing you tease for a few years now? No. Steer mobile home? Nah, I wish. We might have something else in the works. That's all I'm gonna say.